Okay, what's going on, guys? I hope you're all doing well. About to get off this screen. What's up, guys? Welcome to Simply Put Sense. I'm Alayton, the Scent God, and this is Simply Put Sense. And on this channel, we talk about some of the best and worst fragrances on the market today. I like to say, like basically, I'm like your fragrance guide, your perfume stylist, your I'm like your scent stylist, your perfume whisperer, if you will. My goal is to always have you smelling amazing, but never basic. I'm not a perfume influencer. I'm passionate about fragrances. The difference between me and an influencer, I'm not making money off of my audience too much, you know. Most of the people that I work with, most of you guys are like just people that I love to share my love for fragrance with. Introduce you to new fragrances that a lot of people don't talk about or aren't up on yet. So you're way ahead of the curve in the fragrance world when you watch Simply Put Sense. So thank you so much, everyone, for checking this out. Guys, I am so excited to share with you some new fragrances. It seems like every week I'm on here talking about something new. There's a lot of new fragrances coming out on the market. Man, I am here for it. They are some really awesome fragrances that are being launched lately. And I have to say, I'm excited about what I'm about to share with you. I have focused this video on the new fragrances from Byredo. However, I did want to share with you a couple of bonus options that are also new, and I should have did dedicated videos for these fragrances as well. We'll figure it out. But I'm really, really appreciative of you all for joining, as I mentioned. And yeah, we're about to get into some really sick new fragrances that probably you've never heard about until now. Like the two Byredo Absolus. They're not even on Fragrantica yet. They're not on Parfumo yet. They're not on base notes yet. And we're about to talk about them today. So yeah, we're about to get into it. I am super excited. But before I get into this, I wanted to share with you all an invite. I would love to invite you all to Bergdorf Goodman this Thursday on June 5th from 5 p.m. to closing on the 8th floor. We're having an amazing experience, an amazing event. And actually, let me close this. We're having an amazing event with Amouage. Amouage is going to be having a master class, and they're going to have also a ton of options and gifts for our guests who come through. We would love to help support them on their new releases. However, it's not all about that. We just want to invite people to experience the masterclass. So if you are in New York and you'd like to try some amazing fragrances from the House of Amouage and learn about the whole story and vibe of the new fragrances they just recently launched, Decision and Existence, please let me know. Here's the invite information I wanted to share with you all so you have an idea of what's happening. So basically, we're going to be doing a masterclass event on the 8th floor in the event space at Bergdorf's. So you would take the main elevators to the 8th floor around 5 p.m. You could easily be RSVP by either reaching out to me on my cell phone. Many of you have that. If you don't, I'll share it with you now. So my number is 929-316-6315. You could easily text an RSVP along with your name and how many people you might be coming with. And yeah, I'll put you on the list and you'll be able to come and experience amazing fragrances from the House of Amouage. Amouage is based on how many fragrances I own from a specific brand. Amouage is my most collected brand in my collection. I own more Amouage than any other brand, and the reason is clear. I love dark perfumes. I love fragrances that allow you to smell like no other brand's fragrances, and that's what Amouage does. Even a lot of people who complain about the new direction of Amouage, nothing they're doing that's new smells like anything that's being done anywhere else. So at the end of the day, if you're looking for uniqueness, robust experiences, fragrances that don't just fragrances you don't have to reapply every 2 to 3 to 4 hours, like Amouage has your back. And I'm a huge fan. So I'd love to see you all come through to the event at Bergdorf Goodman on June 5th, this Thursday at 5 p.m. And we will absolutely have an amazing time. Please let me know if you want to be down, guys. I think you're going to have an amazing time if you come through. And yeah, we'll get to chat and talk about some new fragrances, and I guess I could also let you all smell the new fragrances that we'll be talking about in today's video. So yeah, definitely guys, thank you so much. I hope you all can RSVP. It's going to be dope. That's the best way I can put it. It's just going to be a lot of fun. All right, guys, so I want to get straight into the new fragrances from the House of Byredo. So Byredo is on their Absolu bag. They have released recently these two new awesome fragrances, Rose of No Man's Land Absolu and the iconic Bal d'Afrique in an Absolu version. Two really interesting fragrances that I'm excited to talk to you about. We're going to start with Bal d'Afrique because might as well go with the heavy hitter first. I'm spraying this on my hand. The first thing you're going to notice when you spray the new Bal d'Afrique is that burst of citrus. It is very, very refreshing compared to the original. The original is a fresher fragrance, but the opening of the new Absolu version of Bal d'Afrique, it's crazy juicy and crazy citrusy. What are the notes in this fragrance? I want to share that with you. Honestly, guys, I am really into the new Bal d'Afrique. I think Bal d'Afrique smells really attractive, and I'm a super fan of the dry down. So The notes of the new Bal d'Afrique. Since I can't find this fragrance on Fragrantica or Parfumo, I had to go to bergdorfgoodman.com to get information on this fragrance. So what's in this fragrance, guys? So in the new Bal d'Afrique, first of all, what you notice, as all of the Absolus, you have this really interesting wooden cracked cap, which is really awesome. I love the way it looks. Of course, it's magnetic, as they always are, with that interesting click. I really enjoyed the new packaging and the new presentation. They all have this interesting silver like cap on top of the cap, which underneath the cap, which also helps to, I guess you could say, identify it from fakes. So the new Bal d'Afrique and the new Absolus are going to have a lot of different, I guess you could say, a lot of different reference points where you'll be able to really make sure that your bottle is an authentic bottle. And I'm a fan of that. So just to give you an idea, on the actual silver aspect underneath the cap, it literally says Vaporateur Natural Spray, Vaporizateur Natural Spray, right? So that's etched into the metal, along with Byredo Eau de Parfum. I don't know why they say Eau de Parfum on here, because this is literally saying Absolu de Parfum. Weird, huh? But anyway, only a nerd like me would pick something like that up. But actually, what's in this fragrance, guys, bergamot, lemon, black currant accord, in the heart, musk, praline, violet, and the base, cedarwood, vetiver, black amber accord. So as I shared with you guys, you're gonna notice this really intense citrus coming from the bergamot, the lemon, and what I absolutely love is the black currant. So the black currant is taking a back seat because the black currant was in the original Bal d'Afrique, if I'm not mistaken. And here's the original Bal d'Afrique. And oh no, so there was no, so in the original Bal d'Afrique, there was buchu, African marigold, and bergamot in the opening. In this new version of Bal d'Afrique, it's all about bergamot, lemon, and black currant. So the buchu was replaced by black currant. The bergamot has been hyped up and amped up a ton, and the lemon was just added to the scent for the first time. Yeah, so really interesting. The base is also interesting in this fragrance. So fascinatingly, in the heart of Bal d'Afrique in the Absolu version, musk accord, praline accord, violet. When you hear that, especially after reading black currant in the opening of this scent, you might think the new Bal d'Afrique is going to be a toothache, a very sweet candy-ish perfume. And if you thought that based on the ingredients or the note breakdown, you will be absolutely misled. In the opening, it does come across sweeter than the original Bal d'Afrique, even though the original Bal d'Afrique has a really juicy buku note that smells kind of like plum in the opening. The new Bal d'Afrique, though, it starts off in that fruity, fresh, citrusy vibe with that black currant giving it added sweetness, replacing the buchu. And then it dives really headstrong into green. And that's why I'm kind of blown away that there's a ton of musk, praline, and violet in the heart, because you'll notice the floral component. The violet is very there, and it adds almost like a purple tinge to this fragrance. I don't know what it is about violet and lilacs, but it could be like a mental association, but every time I smell those flowers, it smells like the color purple, and I do get hues of purple in the opening of the new Bal d'Afrique. I don't know, sometimes I see color when I smell things, but Bal d'Afrique also, oh my gosh, once that fruitiness chills out, once the fruitiness kind of calms down, it dives so hard into amazing notes of green. The vetiver in this fragrance destroys and takes over along with the cedarwood, giving it this nice woody green dry down that's very crunchy compared to the original. The original Bal d'Afrique was very airy, very fresh, even from the beginning to the dry down. It got woodier as it lasted on skin, but it always felt like a freshie, comparatively speaking. This new version of Bal d'Afrique, the freshness begins in the opening, but it still feels full. There's not a lot of air in this scent. And that's probably where the Absolu part comes in, because this is a lot more full, thick, deep, robust. Brilliant, brilliant fragrance. To be honest with you, the opening I absolutely enjoy a lot, but what I really, really love is the dry down. The dry down of this fragrance is crazy. Absolutely, absolutely crazy. Man, I think this is gonna do exceptionally well. People who've never smelt the original Bal d'Afrique might absolutely prefer this. I now look at them as my nighttime Bal d'Afrique, my cold weather Bal d'Afrique, versus the original, which is your daytime Bal d'Afrique, your warm weather Bal d'Afrique. So now that these two are existing, like all of the Absolus now with Byredo, I find that they offer the wearer who loves the original an opportunity to get the more deep version for different occasions throughout the year. Because a lot of the fragrances that make up the originals of the Absolus, Gypsy Water, Bal d'Afrique, Rose of No Man's Land, Blanche, Mojave Ghost, all five Absolus, all five original eau de parfums of those fragrances are much more fresh, airy. They mimic the new versions of their fragrances, but they're not samey enough that you would feel like they're redundant purchases to own both of each if you love the original. So if you own the original Bal d'Afrique and you smell this, you'll notice that you'll easily be able to get this version of Bal d'Afrique as a scent that complements the original and doesn't come across like you have two of the same fragrance. You know what I mean? This is absolutely brilliant. And I love how the citrus, the freshness, it sticks around for a really, really long time. Ooh, Craig, what's up, brother? Hope to see you review the new Acqua di Palma, Fico di Amalfi, La Reserva. Ooh, my God, that sounds insane. We have Acqua di Palma in the men's store across the street across Fifth Avenue in the men's store. I will definitely see if I can get that for you and talk about it. Hopefully we have that fragrance available. I would love to know what I think about that fragrance too, because the original Fico di Amalfi is one of the best fig fragrances I own. I will be honest with you though, the new fragrance from Véronique Gabai called Délice de Bois is an insane fig that has kind of taken over my love for the Fico di Amalfi scent, because it has this juicy sweetness that you get from Fico di Amalfi, except that it lasts like 3 times longer. So I'm a huge fan of that. But yeah, I would love to smell the new version of Fico di Amalfi, because it would probably be my thing. I think it would be my thing. Okay, so the new Bal d'Afrique is absolutely brilliant. I noticed that it lasts on my skin anywhere from 6 to 8 hours. As it dries down, it gets greener and greener, less sweet. It almost feels like a grass stain as it dries down. And it gives me vibes of Macanudo from Maison d'Eau and Portofino from Victoria Beckham. But I really, really enjoyed this. This and Macanudo would have to fight for my love, I have to be honest, because I like both of them a lot. But I might like, I don't know which one I would like more. I would own both. But they definitely have a similar dry down, except that Bal d'Afrique gets to that place a lot later in the composition, in the way it lays on your skin, in the way it wears on your skin. Macanudo, as soon as you spray it, you smell like a grass stain in a bottle. You smell like a grass stain. So yeah, Bal d'Afrique by Byredo, an excellent experience of vetiver, citrus, fresh. It's an amazing experience of both fresh and dark notes coming together on skin, and I love it. Now, the new Rose of No Man's Land. So this fragrance, the original, always reminded me of Rose and an M by Atelier Cologne, a brand that I used to work for many years ago. The original always reminded me of that because the original has like a really interesting Turkish rose Turkish rose was the main note and the main ingredient in Rose N&M, and I really love Turkish rose. That fragrance really kind of hammered in my love for a dark Turkish rose. Turkish rose usually has a much more earthy quality to it. It almost has like a honey-like characteristic as well. So it comes across a lot more earthy, a lot more attractive, a sexy rose that never gives you air freshener in a bottle vibes or like fancy soap in an old person's bathroom. You know what I mean? Like it never comes across like that. So the original, the Eau de Parfum version of Rose of No Man's Land, again, was a dark rose fragrance done in a very fresh, minimalist way. The Byredo aesthetic all day long. This version, oh my God. I don't know which one I like more because I'm a huge sucker for rose fragrances that a man can wear. And this is it. Men and women, I think, are both going to appreciate this fragrance a lot. It's darker, slightly sweeter than the original, and absolutely heavier, thicker, more robust than the original. I really love what Byredo's doing in terms of creating flankers of their top scents that do not step on their toes. Again, allowing you to have both versions if you wanted to, but one doesn't really make the other obsolete. Like this version of Rose of No Man's Land is, in my opinion, a sexier version of the original, a deeper, more interesting version of the original, but it doesn't make the original obsolete because the original makes an amazing option for the day, especially on warmer days, the spring, the fall. Like Rose of No Man's Land, you could literally wear all year if you choose to. This version is definitely more of a night out in the summer, all year use also. But in the night, in the summer, I would not wear this on a 100-degree day, humid. This would absolutely choke you out. It would be too sweet also. It's not as sweet as you would think. A lot of fragrance lines, when they do like a deeper, darker version of a rose, they typically make it a toothache. This is not an uber sweet rose, and thankfully so, because I'm not a huge fan. The only sweet rose that I'm a huge sucker for is Oud Satin Mood by MFK, that legend, you know? This though, nowhere near as sweet, but definitely more earthy, full, juicy. There's a juiciness to this fragrance without the thickness that you find in like a Oud Satin Mood. I mean, damn. I really don't know which one I like most because I love I love Bal d'Afrique. Bal d'Afrique is like my jam, and I never did a review on Bal d'Afrique. You know, the reason why I never did a review on Bal d'Afrique, I think, is because I work for Atelier Cologne and I own Vetiver Fatal from Atelier Cologne, and I have a few bottles of that fragrance, a couple of a backup and a 200 ml. So I felt like it was not necessary for me to have Bal d'Afrique, although they do exist on skin slightly differently, but they're too close to each other for me to justify having Bal d'Afrique if I have Vetiver Fatal by Atelier Cologne. They also were made by the exact same perfumer who made Vetiver Fatal before the original Bal d'Afrique. So yeah, Jerome Epinette. But this Rose of No Man's Land Absolu, my God, I gotta share with you on my screen to let you all know what's in this fragrance. So in the top notes of Rose of No Man's Land Absolu de Parfum, you will find black currant accord, pink pepper, and saffron. And man, do you smell saffron now that I see that. I never knew what was in this fragrance until now. I am literally reading the notes I'm finally knowing about the notes because even the managers of Byredo doesn't remember everything in it because they got an idea, they smelled it, but they didn't write things down. You know, it was a top secret hush hush kind of thing. It still is kind of top secret hush hush because I think I'm probably the only person that has the bottles talking about these fragrances before the 5th, which is the official launch this Thursday, the day that we're doing the Amouage event. But as I was sharing, this fragrance features notes of, also the heart notes features black raspberry accord, peony, and a trilogy of rose accords. So what does that mean to me? I think Bulgarian rose, Turkish rose, Taif rose. That could likely be the 3 that they're referring to. Those are the 3 roses to consider: Bulgarian, Turkish, Taif, you know? And that's one of the reasons why I'm such a fan of this fragrance, because it's tackling rose from multiple angles. It's not just a petal forward rose. There's petals, but there's a lot of depth. There's a lot of juice. There's a greenness in this fragrance coming from the patchouli and papyrus. And there's definitely an earthiness, again, coming from the patchouli, amber, and papyrus. So you receive like a lot of, like, this is just a beautiful rose, guys. I can't get enough of the beauty of Rose of No Man's Land, Absolu, and this fragrance is intense. This will absolutely not run off your skin after a couple of hours. Rose of No Man's Land was not a weak fragrance when you think about it, especially from the Byredo world. You know, Byredo, their fragrances are purposefully made to not be loud, and they're purposefully lighter. A lot of people who love Byredo prefers that aesthetic. So they've done a great job of creating a brand for people who love what they do. And they do an amazing job at what they do. But this, my God. I kind of like this better. Yeah. I like Bal d'Afrique a lot, guys. Don't get me wrong. But Rose of No Man's Land is the type of rose that I just really, really have an affinity and love for. Like, this is sick. It's a beautiful rose. I think men and women can equally wear it. So I think it's going to do exceptionally well. But likely Bal d'Afrique will do even better based on the name. It's insane. Bal d'Afrique is just a legend. Don Dada 71. I need a new cologne. What should I buy? Any suggestions for a longtime friend? It's Mike. What's up, E? What's going on, Donda? Don Dada. What's going on, Mike? My bad. I mean, there's a lot of awesome fragrances you should buy. And if you did buy it, you should buy it from me. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But yeah, I could offer you some options, bro. You should text my number, 929-316-6315. Text me, I'll share with you options. I need to remind myself of what your style of scent is. I don't want to just randomly offer you some fragrances that, you know, won't align with your style, aesthetic, and taste. So let me know what that is. Actually, what I would consider doing, text me a picture of your collection. Let's see. Hold on. Can y'all see that? There we go. Text me a picture of your collection, and I'll be easily able to suggest to you options that'll fit right alongside the awesome options you already have. So text me a picture of your fragrances, and I'll easily be able to let you know, oh yeah, you should definitely smell this or consider this. And I could definitely sell whatever you might be into that you may need my help for. I would love to be an assistance and a resource for you. Thank you so much, Mike. And thank you so much for coming through and watching this video. Sean M. I wore Mojave Ghost on Memorial Day, and so many people complimented me on it. I bought your bottle years ago, but it's still stellar. Ah, so you bought Mojave Ghost on Memorial Day? You ain't buy my bottle. I never owned Mojave Ghost. Oh no. No, I never owned Mojave Ghost. Like I always found that fragrance way too ghostly, if you get my drift. Like it was just way too light. I always liked the fragrance, but my skin just ate it up. Some people, I noticed Mojave Ghost can stick to them on like 5-6 hours even. My skin gets about 3 hours from Mojave. So Mojave and my skin don't work as well. It smells great on me for the time it lasts though. And I would, if I owned it, just take it in a little vial and travel with it and take it with me. But I just didn't buy it because I just found it too light for my taste. So yeah, I know I don't have the new Mojave Ghost. So I don't know how you got that fragrance. Maybe you bought it from me at BG, but I never ever sold that. I never showed you my bottle, but that's probably not what you're sharing anyway. What's good, Cheryl? How you doing? Oh gosh, good to see you. Great always seeing you. What's going on, Michael? Thank you so much for coming through, you guys. Pleasure. So we tried the new fragrances from Byredo, Bal d'Afrique and Rose of No Man's Land. Smell two amazing fragrances that absolutely are going to do amazingly well for this brand, tremendously well. I can't see these fragrances not selling out in multiple places. So I have a feeling those are going to be doing justice. And also, guys, just to remind you, please RSVP for that Amouage event this Thursday at Bergdorf's. I would love to put you guys on and meet you and talk about awesome fragrances with you. It'd be a lot of fun. Oh, okay, you bought a bottle. I bought a bottle years ago, but it's still stellar. Okay, now I get you. Well, you're like, I bought your bottle years ago. I'm like, my bottle? Oh, gosh, cool, Sean. Okay, so as a little bonus, I have a couple of other fragrances that I'd like to share with you all also. And I cannot get over a fragrance by the house of Guerlain. And as you all know, Guerlain is one of my favorite brands of all time. I think Guerlain is, again, French excellence. They do things in ways that I never feel annoyed by. There are times when, obviously there are times when I smell a Guerlain fragrance and I'm not a fan of every single scent they offer. Like, I wouldn't want to own every fragrance from Guerlain, but I can appreciate every scent they make. Every fragrance from Guerlain, in my opinion, is well crafted, easily, and for good reason. They have a ton of pedigree. They've been doing what they've been doing for well over 100 years, and that's not a myth. That's actually traceable and factual. And Guerlain just does a really, really awesome job of creating fragrances that have a refined aura about them. Like, if you want to smell like money, Guerlain has your back. And the new fragrance from Guerlain is a fragrance called Habit Rouge Spirit or Spirit. Habit Rouge Spirit by Guerlain, a 2025 release. This was a tester given to me to show people in the store. And honestly, I've killed this bottle. I've only had it for like 2 to 3 weeks, and look at how much damage I've done. I love showing this to my clients. We're almost sold out of this perfume. Oh. Oh my God. Okay, and I'm getting a call. Hey, Indu, how you doing? How can I help? Hello? I'm well, I'm working on a video. What's up? Yes, I do. I'm talking about them on a video. I'll bring them right down. Oh wow, I'm doing a video as I talk to you, and I'll bring it down when I'm done. I'm almost finished. I'm so sorry. Fascinating thing, guys. Everybody is curious to try the new Van Cleefs, and I have them upstairs. So people are like calling me to get them down, but you know, you guys come first. So oops, I think I cost Van Cleef a sale. Oops. Anyway, so the new Habit Rouge Spirit, I'm just gonna continue on what I was doing. Because when I spray, it's a you're welcome experience. Man. This is the best Habit Rouge I've ever smelled. No version plays in this yard. None. This is the pinnacle of Abbey Rouge, in my opinion. This is a collaboration between Guerlain and Hennessy, and it didn't come out of a Killian bottle. They killed this fragrance. So the spirit is basically giving you the impression of the booziness of the scent. It is like the fragrance was basically aged in oak for months, I believe. So macerated in oak barrels. When you smell this scent, it is the booziest of the Abbey Rouge. And the Abbey Rouge Parfum was also a boozy scent. This makes the Abbey Rouge Parfum obsolete. I don't know why they didn't come out with this and table that. Like, I mean, there are major differences. I'm not gonna lie. Like, so this version of Abbey Rouge, the spirit version of Abbey Rouge, compared to the Parfum that came out last year, the Parfum, when you spray it next to this makes the Parfum smell fresh. That Parfum is not a freshie at all. But this is so dark, it makes the Parfum version of Abbey Rouge smell fresher. Fascinating. This is heavy, thick, sexy, boozy. One of the most absolutely beautiful fragrances from the house of Guerlain. The fact that you can get this fragrance for $200, in my opinion, is a steal. 100 mil of this fragrance, $200. Makes no sense. I only have 3 bottles downstairs to sell, and they're going so quick. We originally had like 30, and now 3. So Abbey Rouge, and I don't know if we're getting new bottles, to be honest with you. This is a limited edition, so I'm kind of hoping we get more. But man, is this insane. It's slightly powdery, but it's very, very heavy and thick. The fragrance notes in this perfume: oak, iris, vanilla absolute, and nutmeg. So it's definitely on the floral side. This is the strongest Abbey Rouge as well. So Guerlain just released 2 flankers over the last couple of years that are probably some of the best designer leveled perfumes in the world of fragrance currently. So Abbey Rouge may end up being like in my top 5 best designer fragrance list of all 2025. It just came out, and I can already tell you it's absolutely destroying most designer releases that have been released up until this point. I am absolutely curious what will dethrone this. This is insanity. I just can't believe how great this fragrance is. And I just want to share with you my screen so you all can see what I'm seeing about this brand and this fragrance. So Abbey Rouge is considered a powdery, sweet, witty, spicy oriental experience made by the awesome perfumer Delphine Jelk, who has taken the baton of Thierry Vassa and has done amazing work since becoming the in-house perfumer of Guerlain. And this perfume is considered really, really intense, especially compared to the last version of this fragrance. So yeah, guys, I had to talk to you all about this because there's nothing like it. It is a one of one, and honestly, I can't see Abbey Rouge after smelling this. Any Abbey Rouge after smelling this gets the boot. This absolutely gets to the front of that line, and I am absolutely blown away. I hope this becomes a permanent fixture, but something tells me it will not, and people will have to find how to get this scent. Oh no, but man, this is amazing, amazing. This is the kind of fragrance I would get like 3 bottles of, hold one in case they all get discontinued or reformulated. I can imagine if you did invest in a fragrance like this, a few years after it's been released and actually unavailable, it will be sold for very high prices. Especially if a few TikTok, influencers gets on it, it's over. Man, I'm so into it. It is insane. Abbey Rouge Spirit, Abbey Rouge Spirit, whatever. It is insane. So guys, I want to also talk to you about the new fragrances from the house of Von Cleef Arpels, and I've been literally bombarded by a coworker who's like, where did my bottles go? Where did the bottles go? I wanted to show it to a client. So I have two fragrances I wanted to talk to you all about. One is called Santal Blanc Le Parfum. The other is called Neroli Amara Le Parfum. Two new parfum fragrances that came out from the house of Von Cleef Arpels, one of the most underrated designer perfume brands in the world of perfume. Like Von Cleef Arpels, everything they do is exceptional, exceptional. Encens Précieux is probably my favorite incensey leather fragrance made over the last couple of years. To me, it makes all of the ombre leathers smell basic. That's how insane it is. It also has an amazing longevity. I've been wearing the new Santal Blanc La Parfum. The original Santal Blanc came in a white bottle, and so did the original Neroli Amara. No, Neroli Amara came in a clear bottle. Santal Blanc came in a white bottle. Now they're putting both of these parfums in black bottles. Each bottle has a really unique motif. So being that this is Santal, you'll notice, I don't know if I can show this. You won't probably be able to see it. I would need a much better resolution. Okay, there you go. That might help. You see that pattern, guys? It almost shows you it's almost looking like wood grain, sandalwood, right? Sick. And then Neroli Amara, if you look at this, you'll see that it has like little bitty orange blossoms that are growing off of a tree. Freaking insane presentations by one of the best to do it. So what's so awesome about these fragrances? So Santal Blanc, the original, was very fresh, very clean, very light, but it still had a robust, warm, resinous nature to it. But it was made to be kind of like a light, cleaner version, a clean Santal. This Santal is really dark. It is dark. There's some air in it, but it is thick, dark, and sexy. This is awesome. And guess what? Bonus, it does not smell like Santal 33. You're not gonna smell like every elevator in every elevator you get into. At all. Not with this though. This is major, guys. Like, I'm blown away. I've had this on my hand for the last 2 hours. It is still kicking. It is still pumping. The original Santal Blanc was a little bit more refined, so it was kind of on the 5-hour mark, 6-hour mark on most people. Some people got even more than that, but on me it was like about 5 to 6 hours. This definitely gets a lot above that. So like anywhere from 7 to 8 hours, and it gets darker, thicker, and more resinous as it dries down. An improvement on the original, in my opinion, an improvement. I'm a sucker for the darker options. Like when you create a parfum version of something, I typically gravitate toward the parfum because I just like full fragrances. They just smell better on me than lighter ones. And this is no exception. I prefer this over the original Santal Blanc by a whole lot. It is absolutely brilliant, and I cannot wait to get this bottle. I don't have this fragrance. I haven't purchased it yet, but it's on that list. I have to be honest, it's on that list because it is insane. No Neroli, I don't have a sandalwood fragrance that smells like this. I don't have the original Santal Blanc, although I like it, but this, oh my God, what is in this? Oh yeah, I already said it. Is that really what's in it though? I'm curious. We have to check out another website because man, Santal Blanc is wow. This parfum version is just wow. It's $375 for both of them, for the Santal and for the Neroli, which is expensive, but you know, could be a lot worse. And Santal Blanc Le Parfum is on Fragrantica. Okay, it just released on Fragrantica. Santal Blanc Le Parfum Van Cleef Arpels. 4.4 out of 5 with 5 votes. Completely get that because this scent is sick. And according to Fragrantica, which is always different, right? Fig milk, mandarin, sandalwood, violet, cashmere, tonka, amber, musk. I definitely smell the violet, but thankfully the violet in this fragrance isn't done with a heavy hand. There's a ton of violet in Santal 33, and that's what makes it give off a pickle juice kind of thing. You will not get pickle juice from Santal Blanc. There's nothing pickly about this. Man, I'm gonna smell like Macy's after walking out of here. Oh, man. Sick, just a sick fragrance. My God. I am scheming on that. I'm getting it. I'm gonna get it. I'm sorry. I'm getting it. Yeah, I could definitely appreciate this. So I'm just gonna read this top review on Fragrantica. Typically, a lot of reviews on Fragrantica is garbage and not worth reading. This actually makes sense. I've compared the two on my skin. The top and middle notes are the same on both perfumes, but on Le Parfum, the tonka and the amber are more pronounced. The previous version is a lot lighter and brighter, thus longevity is an issue. This one has the same DNA, but with a silky amber that is distinct and can be appreciated in Goldfield and Banks, Silky Woods, and Commodity Milk. There's also a creaminess to this fragrance, clearly coming from the vanilla or the sandalwood and the tonka. And if it's amber, there's vanilla. I know they didn't say vanilla in this, but if it's ambery, it's vanilla. There's no way you can make amber without vanilla. Yeah, that is kind of deep because, yeah, fig milk. So Parfumo says the same thing. Fig milk, mandarin, cashmere, sandalwood, violet, amber, musk, and tonka. Excellent performance according to Parfumo. Yeah, I'm getting this. I'm absolutely getting this. I have a lot of sandalwood fragrances, but not as many as I could have. So I might be getting this also. So yeah, Santal Blanc, absolutely insane. And now Neroli Amara. So now what's good about Neroli Amara? So Neroli Amara is an amazingly beautiful fragrance. It's all about orange blossom though. So the original Neroli Amara was a lot fresher, a lot lighter, literally went on your skin 2 to 3 hours, 4 hours, maybe you don't notice it actually. This version of Neroli Amara is amazingly long lasting. I'm into the new Nerolis that are coming out lately that are more intense. Eau de Jour by Veronique Gabai, an insane Neroli fragrance with amazing performance. Neroli Plein Sud by Guerlain, one of the best Nerolis I've ever smelled. Neroli Amara, a thick, deep Neroli. Neroli Hasbaya by Maison Crivelli, which is also brilliant. A very smoky Neroli. This fragrance is not smoky, but it's really orange blossom heavy. So the orange blossom and the neroli in this fragrance really do a lot. According to Parfumo, there is no neroli in this scent at all. That's kind of fascinating. According to Parfumo, there is no neroli in that scent whatsoever, which I find kind of shocking. Let's see. I like to kind of like pit, I like to pit Parfumo and Fragrantica against each other to see what is what. So on Fragrantica, I'll show you what they're saying. This fragrance is 4.17 out of 5, came out last year, and they share that it has lemon, bergamot, mandarin, pink pepper, cypress, cashmere, and orange blossom. Different? Not really. Same thing. Okay. So, Fragrantica and Parfumo are aligned also with this ingredient breakdown. And yeah, guys, let me get this on me. The opening of, yeah, Orange Blossom. I don't even know why they call this Neroli Amara, because all I'm smelling is Orange Blossom. In a very thick, sweet way. The citruses in this fragrance pops. Almost stings my nose when I smell it really hard, but I just sprayed it and I'm not allowing it to dry down, so that's all me. And it is designer perfumery, just in an upscale way, just done in a much more refined and expensive smelling way. Like, it's a designer brand, but these do not smell like designer fragrances at all. Like, they're worthy of the price point. Yeah, that's insane, guys. Like, both of these are brilliant fragrances. Absolutely brilliant fragrances. And if I didn't spray Byredo Rouge like a madman, Santal or this would be getting on me. But I have them on my hands, so I'll just enjoy them throughout the ride home. But yeah, guys, like, they really went off with this. The performance, according to Parfumo, is kind of light, but there's only 4 people voting on this so far. Let's see what they say on Fragrantica, if they agree. So according to Fragrantica, the few people who gave their opinions also considers this longer lasting than people at Parfumo. Again, less than 10 people on both sites have talked about these or have voted on these. Yeah, both of these are exceptionally unisex. Men and women can equally wear both Santal Blanc Le Parfum or Neroli Amara Le Parfum. If you're a man, if you're a woman, you can easily wear this. They definitely will appeal to people above 25, I would say. Le Parfum, Santal Blanc, I think could appeal to younger people and older people. I do feel like Neroli Amara is going to appeal to more mature taste, people who kind of get like white florals, appreciate Orange Blossom and Neroli. Like, a lot of people don't get Neroli. You know, some people consider soapiness a bad thing or a cheap thing. I feel like if a soap smells expensive, that's a damn good thing, especially on a hot day. On a hot day, that's like uber humid. I love an amazingly fresh, clean, soapy fragrance, especially when it's not a soap that smells like drugstore. You know what I mean? If it's like bougie soap, if it's like a soap that smells like it costs like $50 for a bar of it, like, that's the kind of soap I want to wear. And it kind of comes across like that when you're wearing the Neroli Amara. But it's so Orange Blossom that I'm kind of missing the Neroli. I wish the Neroli was just as prominent as the Orange Blossom in its fragrance. That's my only, I guess you could say, critique based on how it smells on me. Because other than that, it's really, really beautiful. I absolutely prefer Santal Blanc though. So yeah, guys, insane fragrances. Very, very brand new. So brand new, a lot of companies ain't even talking about it. A lot of websites don't even have much to discuss. But yeah, I'm making my little awesome fragrance pyramid. 5 insane perfumes you must know, you must experience. If you have an opportunity to, I absolutely would suggest to do so, because each of these fragrances are built beautifully, smell beautiful, have amazing performance on skin, especially considering the Byredo situation. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get my drift, you know? So Sean, if you're into, wait a minute, Sean M. I still love their Precious Oud as well. One of the best fragrances in its class, in my opinion. Okay. So Sean, if you love Precious Oud, you must smell Black Orchid by Tom Ford. Precious Oud is a alternative to Black Orchid by Tom Ford. And I honestly feel like Black Orchid is a better fragrance. Precious Oud is brilliant though, don't get me wrong. I hate when the fragrance brands use the word oud in their title when there's no oud in the scent. you know, oud wood, um, precious oud, oud for greatness. These are excellent fragrances, brilliant scents. There's just no oud in them. Why mention it, right? Just say agarwood, you know, like just say precious agar. I don't get it. But anyway, Precious Oud is a brilliant scent. I absolutely think you must try Black Orchid. Black Orchid was like my clubbing fragrance for like 3 years in a row. This was way before I had a ton of bottles, but yeah, it is absolutely brilliant. So, so yeah, guys. You have all versions of Black Orchid and you love it. So see, Sean, you are consistent, my guy. You know, for you literally have like multiple versions of that fragrance then. If you love Precious Oud and you own that and you own all the versions of Black Orchid, no wonder you love Precious Oud. It all makes sense. You know what I mean? Oh no. But if you love Neroli, like I mentioned, Eau de Jour by Veronica Bay. Eau de Jour by Veronica Bay, Neroli Plein Sud by Guerlain, and what was the third one? Neroli Amara by, no, but this ain't Neroli, this is more Orange Blossom. Another sick Neroli, oh, Agua de Santos by House of Beau, brilliant Neroli fragrance. So yeah, those three are excellent. And Saharienne from YSL, that from their Le Vestiaire collection, excellent Neroli as well. I'm a sucker for Neroli, guys. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, guys, insane, absolutely brilliant. I'm kind of liking the Neroli more, the Neroli Amara Lip Parfum, even though it's all about Orange Blossom. I'm kind of into it. It's brilliant. It's beautiful. It's just not Neroli, you know what I mean? but the Santal, it's getting closer to my skin, I'm feeling. But I could tell this is gonna stick. I need to wear this more though. I'll let you know what I think about it the next time I come through. Oh no, I think I got the last bottle of Oud Cashmere Mood from MFK. I mean, I think you're blessed, Cheryl, because they don't, the Oud Cashmere Mood is probably the most interesting of all of the ouds that MFK made. And of course, MFK did the awful thing of retiring and discontinuing the most interesting, the most challenging fragrances they make. Sad, I understand it's a business decision. At the end of the day, these companies need to make money. They can't just, you know, stock a bunch of stores with product that no one buys, because it really hurts them in these stores. It hurts their relationship with buyers of these stores. And also, like, the product goes bad and it ends up on, like, on discount websites. You know what I mean? So that's one of the main reasons why. Oh man, that's one of the main reasons I lost my train of thought. That's what happens when you smell good shit. Excuse my language, but you know what I'm saying? You kind of go, what did I just say? Oh man, I'm just blown away. Anyway, yeah, brother, I definitely think you should come to Bergdorf's. I'd love to help you. If you're not in New York, let me know. Like, just text me or call me, bro. Like, as I mentioned, my number is 929-316-6315. Text me an image of your collection, and I will help you make your collection even better. But yeah, I think you might enjoy Neroli Amara if you're into Neroli. And yeah. But oh yeah, Cheryl, in your Oud Cashmere Mood. That fragrance is next level. It's probably the dirtiest oud, which is probably the reason they got rid of it. But yeah, you're so blessed to have it, because I think it costs a crap load of money now. Yeah, there's some enthusiasts that will absolutely pay for whatever you want to sell it for. So yeah, good stuff. But anyway, guys, I have to get the heck out of there. Yeah, that thing is oody. Yeah, it's kind of like oody. You know what I mean? It's like oody. But anyway, Cheryl, thank you, Cheryl, thank you, Sean. Thank you so much for commenting, everyone. It was an absolute pleasure. Don Dada, you're the best. Craig, thank you so much as always. Professor X, you're the guy also. Guys, I'm really grateful for you coming through and checking out my video about these awesome new fragrances here at Bergdorf's. If anything inspires you to try it, let me know. I'll send you a sample. If you're in New York, book an appointment and let's smell some sick fragrances. It is an honor to serve you all. I look forward to helping, you know. I want to make sure that anyone who smells you wants to smell like you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, hope you're all well. Come through Amouage event this Thursday, 5 p.m. on the 8th floor at Bergdorf Goodman in the women's store. Yeah, come by, guys. It would be awesome to meet you, introduce you to certain people, introduce you to some amazing fragrances, and yeah, get some awesome gifts while you're doing it. It'll be fun. Anyway, guys, I gotta go. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. I'll likely come through at the end of the week and actually get into some topics because I have some things I'm curious to talk about. But anyway, it was a pleasure. I hope you're all blessed. As I said, I'm Alayton, the Scent God, and this is Simply Put Sense. Comment, like, subscribe if you haven't. I'm grateful for you. Have a blessed day, guys. Speak to you soon.